Yeah, this will not work for some reason. Okay, weird issue with code 2, but it is fine. I should be able to hop in a game in just a second. There we go. That's booting up. Alright folks, welcome to part 7 of my level 1 to 16 USF climb series. We are currently high level 12, or I think so, we were. Unless we deranked. I should be high level 12. I'm gonna adjust this audio filter real quick. Okay, that's fine. I'll just leave that as is. It's pretty good. And we'll just hop right into things. So last stream we played nothing but heavy cap, which was fun, especially for me because I'm not a very good heavy cap player. This time we are going to be playing probably mostly recon, to be honest. I would like to finish the stream sooner rather than later, just because finals are coming up and I'm not going to have time to keep playing this much. So I want to try to get this wrapped up if I can, and if not, then I will probably have to take a break for a little bit and then come back to streaming, just because I have a lot of schoolwork I need to focus on. There are a couple of things I wanted to mention. There's a couple of stream announcements and then just some theoretical stuff. I'm going to start with some of the theoretical stuff because I don't have very many viewers at the moment and I want to make the announcement when more people are on. The first thing I wanted to bring up is about dealing with tilt. Last episode I got very tilted and I kept playing. And I want to say that that's not what I recommend that you do. I wanted to just, make sure my stream stayed on schedule. It turned out to be okay. I ended up winning my next game and not being super tilted after that. But in general, I would recommend not playing tilted. Looking back at that game, I made a ton of mistakes that I didn't have to, in large part because I was tilted. And it caused me to play worse in that game. So it's really easy for tilt to kind of snowball and hurt your performance in multiple games. So for that reason, I strongly recommend that if you lose a game and you feel tilted afterwards, you should just take a break. It doesn't have to be you don't necessarily have to be done for the day, but definitely take at least a few minute break. I like to take a minimum of like a 20-30 minute break, watch a YouTube video, just chill out, do something relaxing. Okay, so this is definitely a recon matchup. I should actually look at his commanders: German infantry, Jaeger infantry, strategic reserves. Okay, pretty standard stuff. Just drinking some water, unfortunately, so I missed my timings a little bit there. But we'll be okay. Alright. Yeah, this is a very good map for recon because the pack howitzer is very strong. The pack howitzer, like here, can hit most of the important stuff on the map. Really good. And our opponent's only real choice there is to try to push it. They're not going to be able to like defeat it effectively in pretty much any other way. So that's good for us. We're just going to go for this fuel point here. Sending our rear echelons straight to the fuel point. It's going to move into the building if we spot anyone there. So they have either already captured this or they're not going this side because we don't see it flashing and we can see part of the territory. So the other stuff I want to talk. Okay, there we go. We see our opponents coming there. Yeah, keep an eye on the minimap. You see here, this is flashing red, and so is this. So they're capping that central VP. I'm guessing they're sticking an MG in the center, which is annoying, but also really not the end of the world. It doesn't look like they've capped this point. Hey, Keeps, how's it going? Oh, hey there, assault grenadiers. This is not really what you want to do. Rifles, a rifle in a rear echelon should beat assault grenadiers pretty handily, as they just did. Right.
Pathfinders on station and ready for action.
We're just gonna push this point. Okay, so our opponent's got strategic reserves. They only had one assault grenadier commander, so we know what their commander is. They've got a Tiger Ace. Hey, John Burkus Jr., welcome. We know they've got a Tiger Ace. We know that they got the Panzer IV-J coming. So just stuff to keep in mind. I probably shouldn't be capping this BP here. I should have actually kept that rear echelon with my rifle. Ah, they've got an MG here. That's a very passive way to play this. I would not recommend doing that, something like that. It's safe in a sense, but by playing passively, you're safe in one way, but you're also putting yourself at risk in other ways. Your opponent can get ahead of you by not playing as passively.
Enemy contact! Let's go! Get moving! Shoot it!
Alright. So what we're going to do here is just move to intercept the assault grenadiers, push them off while our Pathfinder is capping the other side of the map. Yep, again, this is one of the reasons the assault grenadiers just aren't that good against USF. They're pretty vulnerable. Oh crap! Wow, they dropped models faster than I was expecting there. But yeah, they're pretty vulnerable in general. They're kind of lucky there after the first couple drops not to drop another one, but it happens. Yeah, in general, I would not recommend using assault grenadiers against USF. They're not terrible, but if you just hold your ground as USF, you should generally do pretty well. Lost that fight too. Alright. But yeah, in general, you should be fine. They haven't dropped a single model at this point, which is kind of silly.
We have a lieutenant reporting in for duty.
There we go, dropped the first one. Okay, so our opponent hasn't gone for a complete ground skip. That's interesting. I see what they're doing here. It makes sense. But yeah, since all their forces are on the side of the map, we can just send everyone but our one squad over there. And then we're still getting some map presence. We're going to go for an Ambo next, just because we're going to go for Greyhound. So we're not going to go for like an F20 rush or Stuart.
We're losing a capture point. Someone get us out of here. Go, go, hustle. Change of plans. Secure that ground. Found up. Ambulance taking the field. Move. Into that point. Our supply line's cut. Germans are making a push. Listen up. Driver, get her moving. Let's go.
Actually, we're gonna hold the spot back because they're gonna just rush in. I played against this person before, actually. Now that I think about it, recognize that username. All right, now we've got two squads that can go push, so we are gonna do that. Oh, still haven't moved their MG. That's definitely a mistake. Oh crap! I thought you were captain. Guess not. Yeah. Unsurprisingly. Alright, unsurprisingly, shredded that one Pioneer squad. Probably gonna get an MG here.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Yeah, it'll happen. People do that all the time. It's like not an effective way to play, particularly. Alright, this guy's retreat path, so we're just gonna push in here. We have a really good map control right now. We do need to recruit this squad, it's getting kind of low. Oh man, come on, just drop a model, please. You're so low. Just one? Can I have one model? Just a single one. That's all I want. Just one.
Machine gun team, ready for orders.
Okay. Oh, no, I got one. Cool. Alright. Got what I asked for. Maybe I should have asked for more. Alright, we just need to hold this. We got an MG coming up. Should help a lot.
Capture point is being overrun.
We're gonna just cheekily move over there. Alright, we're gonna have to retreat here. Temporarily. But we've had much better map control than our opponent this game. This is a, yeah, Pioneers do not win this fight, like at all. Assault Grenadiers will win, but we're still facing the Pioneers, so retreat now. This is definitely where we want to be. I mean, we're comfortably ahead at the moment. We have one side of the map basically to ourselves, and then another side of the map that we can comfortably pressure. Alright.
We're losing a capture point.
See if we can... We don't want to sneak in this building unsupported. But if we can get this MG in this building, that's going to be a big thing for us. Assault Grenadiers hiding behind there. Assault Grenadiers scale reasonably well, but they're not really that strong at this stage of the game. Yeah, having an, as Keith says, having an MG that's just doing nothing is terrible use of resources. Don't do that. They're gonna throw a grenade at us. Okay, we actually need to fly here. Okay, there we go. That's what we've been waiting for, basically. This is our big power spike. I mean, not that we were doing badly before this point, but it's definitely the big power spike for us. That and the eventual addition of a Greyhound to our team count. We use this guy to cap this, send him straight over here to get him into combat faster. We just really want to decap this. We're not going to get any resources on this. We just want to deny our opponent resources. Nah, okay, we need to... No, move. Get out. Out. Good boy. Nice. Are you not in measure defense? They're not an auto attack range, I see. Okay. There we go. Yeah, the pack howitzer is a gigantic power spike for us.
Greyhound, ready for action.
Well, I sent him two. It's not really purely one way or the other kind of situation. That might be a dead MG. Probably. We might be able to counter wipe them. Yeah, that's not worth it. They're risking getting squad wipe right here. I don't know if they'll get squad wipe. I kind of doubt it, but they are risking it. Alright. We are not particularly elegantly microing at the moment. Alright, we want to move this up. Alright, I got that MG. That's a pretty big boon for us. We now have both MGs. Oh! Whoa, I thought I picked that up. I guess I didn't tell them to do that. Okay. Okay. Alright, we're gonna canister shot them if they pick this up. So we're gonna canister shot them.
is overrunning one of our capture
We
points.
keep harassing. We pull out of here. Alright, we need, whoops, we need get our major up. Yeah. Wait, why can't I get a major? Oh, I don't have mechanized. I see.
Tactical point
That makes
being
sense.
captured. Listen up, fellas. You guys know what to do. If we come into contact, scrub the patrol. We fight. A capture point is being overrun.
We're gonna fuck that.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Oh boy, that squad is incredibly low. Why are you attacking me? I have never seen that before in my life. Got a pack gun. Nice to know that.
We're losing a capture point.
Now we're just gonna push center here. RNG. Set up. We're getting set up. This might actually warrant a second paratrooper squad, to be honest. Wouldn't hurt. Alright, got that. Whoa, I'm kind of lagging out here. That's weird. I don't know why that is. Oh crap, that was just fucked up. Alright. Could have lost that there. Alright, I need my major and I need my first Jackson. They're gonna have tanks soon. Well, probably not as soon as they want, given their current map control situation.
Krauts are taking one of our points. Listen up. Steady up, man. Cow mounted and ready. Keep the speed up. Get us over there in a hurry.
That's
Capture
good
point
that
is
fight
being
for
overrun.
us. Canister round's pretty powerful. Oh crap, I hit a mine. I'd be able to decrew this. That would just be annoying for my opponent. They've got to recrew. Yep, got it. That was pretty funny.
Battalion just released a major for action.
Alright, we can go straight for...
The capture point is being overrun.
Alright, our opponent might actually wipe this NG here. Let's see. Alright, we're actually good. We dodged that just fine. We're gonna throw more grenades at us, kind of hilariously. Yeah, it does give them 2 LMGs. You're right about that. 100% right. Yeah, they have double LMGs.
Destroyer is ready for action.
Alright, we've got our Jackson. I don't know what they're gonna go for at this point. I would guess.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture
I mean, they probably don't have the resources to Tiger stall, if I'm being honest. So.
Enemy squad, stay together. A capture point is under attack.
Drop some explosives on their heads.
Driver, get him moving. Let's go. Clear to engage.
Oh man, I like totally missed the AT gun I was shooting for it, but
Get that 37.
okay, okay, okay.
Infantry.
Yeah, we haven't been microing this very well.
Change your plan. Drop every one of those eggs. Get back to CP. Fall back. Get that counter.
Okay, definitely got to get out of there. I might lose this here. All right.
Get us out of here. Take that ground. Get on that point. Boys,
Double packs to deal with the single.
get to work. Let's get this over with. Shots off the
All right. I am currently level 13. I was level 12 at the beginning of that game. But yeah, I'm level 16 on my own. All right. Well, that was a pretty classic, just get crushed by recon game. Honestly, probably the optimal way to play that, if you've got the micro for it, is to M20 rush, because they only have like 1 or 2 snares early on. And you can exploit that a lot better. But I'm kind of sleepy, and so I want to just play easy stuff, and that was the easier way to play that. How did our squads do? Graham did okay. I think it did better than 90% efficiency. That's just my opinion. Alright. So yeah, we're level 13 now. Cool. That was actually a pretty significant jump. I wonder if we beat someone who's really good there. I've definitely played this guy before. Level 13. Yeah, pretty good. Cool. We're actually really close. I mean, as I've mentioned before, there is no level 14 or 15 for USF, so we go straight from level 13 to level 16. Okay, so I wanted to talk about some theoretical stuff too. I have this document I want to look at real quick for notes. Someone might join me for this stream for a bit. We'll see. Okay, so I want to talk about sort of the approaches to entrenched positions. And I've kind of wrote up this little typology here. There's sort of 5 options, and they all have their pros and cons. This isn't about like which one is better, but about understanding the toolkit you have. So the first option, and I think like the most obvious one, is just a frontal assault. This has its advantages, right? I mean, you think, oh, frontal assault, that's just dumb. Okay, well, sort of. It's simple to control, which is a big advantage, right? I mean, taxing your opponent's ability to control their army is a big part of the game. And doing simple things yourself is a good way to get ahead. So that is an advantage. The other advantage it has is it's very fast, right? If you can just overwhelm your opponent with a frontal assault, you can start immediately counting points. You've got the shortest travel time from your base to whatever point you're trying to attack. If you just go, that sort of straight line. So those are 2 genuine advantages. The disadvantages are, first of all, it only works if you have force superiority. Often a lot of force superiority, because cover is so strong in this game. So you need to have a really strong army compared to your opponent to do that. At least your opponent's army in that local area. The other issue is that it's risky and often costly even if you're successful. So if you just frontal assault a bunch of AT guns with your medium tanks, you could quite possibly come out ahead in that, but you're likely to lose at least 1 tank, and you're probably going to bleed manpower on your infantry. So those are the disadvantages of frontal assault. The next option you have is siege. So sieging someone down. There are lots of advantages to this. For one, it's relatively safe in terms of you're not risking losing units, and you're often not even really risking bleed unless they can like counter battery or artillery. The disadvantages with the siege are that it really requires specific units, right? If you don't have indirect fire or a sniper or certain vehicles, you really can't siege your opponent down. The other disadvantage of this method, and it's actually a really big one, and I think an underrated one, is that it's often very slow. So if you want to like take a fortified position and you want to siege them down, it's gonna take much longer than if you were to just attack it outright. So that can be its own risk, right? By leaving your opponent in controlled territory for longer, they're going to be able to accumulate more resources. They're going to be able to drain your VPs more. They're going to be able to entrench better. These are all serious risks involved in a siege that I think people often underrate because on the surface it seems like the safest way to go about this. Yes, you're not really risking immediate unit wipes, but you are risking your opponent getting ahead in tech and getting like a heavy tank out to just annihilate you. The next two types are types of flanking. So the first one is what I'm calling flank type A, full army assault from a different angle. This is just when you move in from the angle that you think your opponent's not expecting to come from. Typically, it's not the fastest angle that you could attack from your base, right? This has some immediate advantages over full army, just like a full frontal assault, right? I mean, you're less likely to run into their prepared positions this way. You're more likely to flank units that are in cover, more likely to get rear armor shots off. These are all advantages. Hey, Greziak, how's it going? I'm sort of talking about different ways to approach attacks at the moment. Just as a heads up to what's going on. So there are a lot of advantages there. It also shares some of the advantages of a frontal assault, including the fact that it's relatively straightforward to control. If you're just moving your army along a different axis of attack, that's not. Oh, hey, this guy is, I think, rank 16. He might kick our ass, actually. I've played against this guy before. This is, I think, the first level 16 player I ever played against. It's been ages. Anyway, so yeah, this is probably going to be a loss, folks, but we'll see. Oh, cool. I actually talked to a couple of people on Discord yesterday. It's nice to see you on stream. So when you attack, you just do a normal like flank, like a full army flank, right? That actually has some of the advantages of just a frontal assault in terms of it being relatively fast and relatively easy to control. Okay, cool, Pancake Hero. Nice to see you. Yeah, if you change your name, it will be easier for me to know who you are, but it is not a big deal. I'll try to remember that. The flip side of this is that it also has some of the downsides of the frontal assault, right? One of the issues of frontal assault is if your whole army walks into an MG, your entire army can get routed just by that. That's super bad. And if your tanks run into an AT gun wall, it doesn't actually matter. Like, if their AT gun wall happens to be set up at the angle you're attacking, you're still probably going to have to retreat. If not, also lose some tanks. I think... No, never mind. They're not capping it. Okay, interesting. So they're capping this first. Ah, Kuba. Okay. And we got the Volks as well. This is probably not a fight we're going to win, to be honest. We're just going to dive this and see how it goes. I think we might actually have this Google corner. We might be able to get this. Come on. Get it. Yeah! Okay, that's worth it. That's actually super worth it. That's a huge blow to our opponent. They might still kick my butt, because I think he's better than me. But, that's a bad start. Right, we're gonna cap this because they're hiding from me and all that. Yeah, that's a huge deal. Yeah, I'm playing Recon. That's how you play Recon. I am tempted to go for an ambulance before my officer, which feels awful. So that Kupol did inflict damage on me. But we'll see. See how bad that ultimately is. Okay.
is being overrun.
I think the Storm Pioneer is hiding behind here, but I'm not 100% certain. Now I've been floating. That was bad. Yep, there's a Storm Pioneer. As expected. I was pretty sure I saw him. Oh man. This is why INR Pathfinders are good. They trade really nicely. I really most ranges against Volks.
We're losing a capture point.
Let me get our ambo. Okay, this is bad. They focused on the right squad there. I don't think my opponent would screw that up. Okay. Keep in mind, we're USF, so our big power spike is actually when our officer shows up. So it's okay if we're starting to lose the early fights. This is the push where we should be taking our control back, and if we fail here, that's a problem. The other issue is my rifleman is still healing up, but I should have 3 squads to come push this side against what's, as far as I know, just a single squad fighter. So should be okay. Yeah, this is not a good fight for this thing. Shouldn't be. Even without the captain here, or lieutenant here, that should be a pretty good fight for me. Alright. One of the advantages of INR Pathfinders is, you see your opponent ahead of time, you know where they're coming at you from, and you can get into cover and just chill out there and wait for your opponent to come to you. Throwing a grenade, fairly common. Yeah, that's something, as you play more, you'll get into the sort of rhythm of when OKW or when OS is going to throw a grenade at you.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points. Come on, boys, listen up. Order incoming. Get moving. Time to step off. We're losing a capture point.
Interesting.
All right, fellas, falling back.
This is a good play by my opponent. They're cutting me off here. They're just focusing on hard cutting me off. This is going to be an annoying deal. Oh boy, okay. That's quite the blob right there. We can outblob him. Whether we can actually get our counter blob in place fast enough is actually the question here. I think we should win this fight. Oh, okay, that mine makes it a lot less likely. Yeah, that mine sucks. That mine is extremely bad for us. Yeah, we have really bad map control right now. This is one of the reasons people don't play INR Pathfinders against OKW that often, is they can kind of shield it off. So we're going to get an MG. We should have probably gone earlier. I was being greedy. We will still power spike big at 3 CPs, but we're currently pretty behind. As I said, I'm expecting to lose this game. I know this person's good, so I'm not really expecting to do super well here. If we can get a win here, that's great, and if we can't, it's not a huge deal. But yeah, we're going to counter blob them, because that's really the only option we have here. They've got a big old blob. We're going to respond with hopefully a bigger blob. Although actually, we do need to... Oh, there we go. Okay. That was a good fight for us there. Oh, enemy vehicle. We're going to need to get our bazooka. Okay. Mechanized, that's interesting. Yeah, that's fine. We can kind of zone them off. Alright, MG.
Resupply is now available.
MG time. Could probably go for Stewart here. That's probably the way to go. We will see. Alright. We gotta retreat here. Bit of a route. We're getting a decent counterattack off the market. As I said though, this is a game I'm excited
Monitor zone for airdrop.
Yeah, I know, he really likes mines. I should remember that. Last time we played. It was many months ago. It's been ages since I played against this guy. He doesn't recognize me because I'm on this group, so. I mean, I'm assuming he doesn't recognize me. It'd be kind of impressive if he did. Did half of my parries get killed? Oh, awesome. I love when that happens.
A supply line just got cut off. A capture point is being overrun.
Yeah, that's great. Love when that happens.
A supply line just got cut
It's
off.
just the best thing. Schwer going up. Man, I almost have the munitions. I'm like a minute out from having the munitions necessary to just wipe that Schwer off the face of the earth. Tragedy. Oh shit. I'm gonna lose the squad here. I should lose the squad here. That's my point screws up. This is a brutal map, by the way. Alright. So they're not going for a Puma, which makes sense. So we can counter this with our Greyhound reasonably well.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna get they should get the wipe here. And they should have gotten the wipe here already. Oh, interesting. There we go.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out. Our supply line just got cut off.
Right.
A capture point is being overrun.
Yeah, we should get a Greyhound in a minute. Have they not gotten a single shot off of this? Okay. That's like almost impressive. Oh, I don't have manpower for Greyhound, that makes sense. This person's staring us out. They're just better than me, and I don't play well enough on stream to beat people who are better than me. But we'll see. We can at least start sinking the Schwer, which is not a terrible thing. I mean, it's a bad thing for my phone. We might have to side tech to captain here just to not lose. See. Ah, yes. The big old blob. We also might just need to get a fucking Greyhound to fight at all. Oh my god, the mines. Holy fuck. This person loves mines so much. Fortunately, I don't really have the sweepers to super reliably. I don't have the munitions to afford to get sweepers and do the other things I need to do. Excellent. Yeah. As I said, I think this person is better than us. I don't think we can beat them.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
Yeah. This is a greedy build that we do. And this is the kind of OKW that's really good against it. Just, even though we did get a pretty good opener here, the lack of follow-up has really hurt us.
We're losing a capture point.
God, this guy is so good with his MGs.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Alright.
The capture point is under attack.
Double String Pioneers is an interesting choice. Why are you attacking that guy? Oh boy. Okay, I wasn't taking any double moves already. I thought he was just using one energy against me.
We're losing a capture point.
This is bad. I'm pretty much out of the game at this point. My opponent, as I said, is just stronger than me.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Wait a second, how the hell does this not have engine damage right now? Didn't it have engine damage before that?
A capture point is under attack.
You just need to fully repair usually to heal engine damage. That's weird. Okay, whatever. Doesn't really matter.
We lost a gun crew.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna surrender. I don't think we can do anything with it.
The capture point is being overrun.
Yeah,
Enemy
so
forces just won the battle.
what I should be doing instead of KW is probably going double or even triple rifleman instead of one rifle, two INR Pathfinders, but you know, I'm playing pretty greedy. I think main gun crits you need like 90% at least. And that, I think what must have happened is that I got the engine crit, we retreated and repaired, and then I hit the bazooka a couple of times. Although, I was hitting it with the bazooka when I had an engine crit, so I don't know. Yeah, well, I think I should go double rifles, honestly. No, we lost our rank. Damn, we lost a lot. Is he not level 16 with FAW? No, he's level 13. Yeah, he's level 17 with Ost. Even better than when I last played him. Did he just start playing FAW, or is he just transitioning now? Kind of curious. Oh yeah, he's got like 20 FAW games. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, the thing is, you kind of need the INR Pathfinders to hell and nuke the Schwerer. You need like one of them, because their artillery is much more effective. I don't really play as UKF anymore. I used to play them for a while, but they're just not very fun. Before we got stomped, I was talking about different ways of denying or taking ground. So I talked about frontal assaults, sieges, flanking with your whole army, and that there's two more I want to talk about. The first one is flanking with sort of sub-armies. So this is a category that gets a little bit more complicated because it can really combine any number of these other things, but it's when you push in from multiple angles either at the same time or slightly staggered. This is probably the strongest way to attack an entrenched position, but it has some serious downsides. The first of which is it's far more difficult to control than any of the other methods we've talked about. Sorry, I'm eating a little bit. The next disadvantage it has is that because you're breaking up your army, you're more likely to get in a situation where you're more likely to get into a situation where one of your squads is isolated and vulnerable to getting wiped. So it can be pretty bad for you. It's also, as I said, much more difficult to control because you have to think about attacking on different angles. Timo, I think I've played against this guy before. Mechanized Assault, Jaeger Infantry, and Lightning War. Okay. The final method is infiltration and avoidance. Oh, thank you, Pancake Hero. You know what? You are my first ever subscriber. I just got the ability to. I just became an affiliate after my last stream, and you are the first person to ever subscribe to my channel. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so by the way, y'all, if you want to subscribe now, or if you want to tip me bits or whatever, you can do that, that is now an option. And I'm now getting a slight, tiny cut of the ads.
Pathfinders on station and ready for action.
Yeah, seriously, thank you so much. So the other thing you can do is sort of avoidance, infiltration, playing around the opponent's position. G43s or assault predators. We'll have to see.
Rifle squad ready for action.
So this option is kind of interesting because instead of taking on the opponent's, trying to attack it either directly or indirectly, you instead try to apply pressure to your opponent in a way that limits the effectiveness of that defensive position. So what I mean by that is, right, now if your opponent has an MG in like this building, this really only prevents you from taking this point and kind of this one. If you just stay out of its arc of fire, you can actually do a lot. You can get the cutoff outside of its arc of fire. You can do all sorts of things. And so that's often, I think, a very powerful strategy to playing against defensive positions. Is simply knowing when and how. Okay, these are pioneers, and I'm not really afraid. This is actually a really interesting bit of aggression here. I'm guessing there's an MG as well. That's what would make sense to me. Maybe there's just a bunch of Grens over here. I'm going to send my other Pathfinder squad down mid just to be safe. See what happens. Have they capped this fuel yet? No, they are capping it. Double Pioneer, interesting. This tells me it's probably a Peak install. Not because that's like the only thing it could be, but it's just what's most common at my level. Oh, okay, never mind. We see some Grens. Okay. By being passive here, we've given our opponent an advantage, unfortunately. Oh no, you're attacking the wrong targets. Whoa, wow. Is that... Oh boy, okay, 2 squads of Grens. Over here, 2 Pioneers. This is interesting. This is interesting. I don't think it's triple pile. I think this is the Pioneer we saw earlier. Oh boy. Yeah, they're just trying to blob my cutoff right now, so we just need to counter blob that. This is going to put them in a good position.
Is under attack.
For the record, this is a strong way to play. It's... Oh my god, why is there red cover right outside my base? Oh, that sucks. Okay. By the way, I'm not a big fan of red cover in a lot of maps. That is not a great place for red cover. They're sort of punishing you for getting cut off. Not a good use of red cover. I love this map in general, but I think that that's not good. Why are these guys not in cover? Speaking of cover.
Just got cut off.
Oh. My opponent is hugely ahead at the moment just because of this cutoff. Even if I push them off here, which I don't think I'm going to succeed in doing. Not in this attack anyway. Alright, we're going to go... Whoops. Yeah, this is pretty bad for us. Why are these guys in red cover still? That's really annoying. Yeah, this is pretty brutal. We probably lost the game, to be honest. Ost can snowball this really effectively. Generally speaking, you beat Ost in the early game and it doesn't happen, but when it does, it's often just game losing. It depends on how my opponent chooses to respond to this. If they go for like a light vehicle, they can just win here. They should just win here. If they go for like a flame half track in particular, that's what they probably should be doing right Yeah, it's a little bit brutal, but hey, it's okay. We're gonna push out, see if we can get anything done here. I'm guessing this game is over, but obviously we're gonna play it out. We're not giving up anytime soon. We can't build an M20, even though it would be useful here, just because our opponent definitely already has the resources for. They already have the resources to get a 222, like guaranteed they do. So we really cannot afford to give them that opportunity. Which is why I got a bazooka already. This is a terrible position for us to be in. We're gonna have to do a lot to catch up here. Our opponent's gonna have to screw up and we're gonna have to get lucky. The fact that I'm not seeing any squads right now means they're probably trying to flop on me somewhere. Yeah, right there. Right there, they're flopping on me. Okay, this is actually okay. Our opponent has sort of made the same mistake that we made. And that is that they're leaving their cutoff, I suppose. Ah! And there's the 222 that I mentioned. They're being fuel for already. Let me set that up. Fortunately, our bazooka squad is not well positioned here.
Krauts have cut our supply line. Frontline units are being hung out to dry.
Before everyone was clamoring for me to lose, and now you're going to be asking me to stop losing.
Ready. Send orders. Our supply line just got cut off.
The good news is the 222 is not actually like if they had built a flame half track here, we'd be in much more trouble. I mean, we're still in trouble. We're still losing this game pretty badly at the moment. All right, that will help. Driving through us like that's really screwing us. Driving through your squads like that, it resets aim time. Oh man, I thought I called down some pairs. That's bad. I do not need to be making those kinds of mistakes at this point. I honestly might just be too tired to play. I have not been getting sleep lately. But we'll see. I'm going to try to play at least one more game after this. Hopefully, I will not just continue to get destroyed. The good news for us, the silver lining of this, oh, I don't have any munitions, of course, because I haven't had any resources this game. That makes sense. That makes sense. Uh, 222s actually have really weak rear armor, just as a heads up. No MG in the house, okay. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, this is, we're not winning this game. There's no fucking way. Unless their opponent is something unbelievably stupid, and they've played this really clean so far. Yeah, I'm just not playing terribly well today, unfortunately, and we've been playing good people. When you get this behind, it's really hard to come back.
300 points remaining.
Yeah. We're going to see a P4 soon. Our opponent has had a gigantic advantage over us all game. We're going to see a P4 very soon, in fact. I'd be willing to bet in the next minute or two.
Our supply line is cut. Germans are making a push. A capture point is under attack.
Oh shit, Jaegers. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is the Jaeger option. God, we have so little munitions, it's ridiculous. That's weird. Why did he not throw my grenade? Like I told him to. Yeah, there's no fucking way we're coming back to this. So we basically have to side tech Captain so that we don't get instantly killed by the P4. You're just gonna put us insanely, even more insanely behind than we already are.
Set! Squad ready! Point ours! Suppressive fire! Go, go, go! Taking fire! Listen up! Move ready! Get out of here! Fall back!
And we're just not playing as well. And our opponent is. Yeah, our opponent has such a huge fuel lead on us right now. Oh, yeah. And they have a big manpower lead on us. They've been upgrading us like all game too. So there's really no advantage we have. And again, this is kind of a snowbally doctrine, and it's easy to get snowballed against as well. Oh man, I thought I told those guys to retreat. That's bad. I'm was probably like.
You've got a captain hitting the enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Hilarious. Okay. I'm gonna try to take our fuel back, but I don't think we can.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Yeah, not with that squad there. That's just gonna kill us. Oh boy, I'm playing terribly today, folks. I'm really sorry.
We're at 200
I mean,
points.
it is a good example of how to play Jaeger Doctrine. Oh shit. Yeah. No. This game is not going anywhere.
We're losing a capture point. It's over.
Greyhound at that point is fine, sort of, but it puts us in a situation where, oh, I just lost 2 games in a row really badly. I don't think I can play today, to be honest, but I'm gonna play one more. See if I get on it again. Yeah, it was a good opponent, and my play is not up to snuff today. Yeah, 50 cal will shred a 222 if your opponent doesn't react, so it's really good in some instances, but this is not an opponent who's gonna want to do that. And unfortunately, I didn't have the munitions. Oh my god, 16 to 38 KD. Yeah, that's just a horrible game. Definitely a good opponent. I'm curious where rank was. Or they were. Oh, level 19. Cool. Yeah, so that person was the 12th best us player in the world. I am gonna go get some water, and then we'll come back and we'll see if we can break our 2-game lose streak. I'll be back in like a minute or two. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to restart Co as well. So, okay, our last two opponents have been level 17 and level 19. Not level 17 in the faction in OKW, which we played against, but he has like 20 OKW games. And then we lost against level 19, which is like, top 12 in the world. That will happen to you. As you start to climb, you will start to face really, really good players. The thing is, it doesn't actually hurt your elo that much. Check. So if we go take a look here, I think we were like 305. Yeah, we basically haven't moved at all after losing that game. So kind of a non-factor. I'm glad I gave up when I did, knowing that guy's rank, because that wasn't going to happen. Oh, it's Panzer. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, very good player. Excellent player. The last person we played against was better than me, but not as much better than me as the person we at the Panzer Grenadier on drive than is. So it'll happen. And frankly, I am not playing particularly well today anyway, so chances are, even if there are definitely players who I could beat, who I won't be able to beat today, he's not someone I could beat. We could probably play like 40 games and I would lose all of them. Okay, Heat Spark. I don't think I've seen this person before. I recognize the name Timo, so I knew he was either around my rank and someone I played against before, or quite high ranked, and I just thought he was around my rank. But yeah, he played that super well. Okay, Spec Ops, Scavenge, Fortification. So we're gonna have to deal with infiltration grenades, probably. Alright, this is a blob map for sure. I mean, this person, yeah, that person was so much better than me. It's crazy. I want to point out that this is a level 1 to 16 climb. Level 16 players vary dramatically in skill, and I'm on the low end of that skill. I'm pretty new, so it's not like I'm a terrible player. I've seen it. I've actually lost to fortifications, I think, one time. It was not on this map though. I'm guessing we're going to see infiltration grenades get spammed.
Ready for action. We got orders, boys. Follow me. Let's secure that ground.
We're just gonna go triple rifle here. If we lose one to the infiltration grenade spam, I'll replace it with an INR Pathfinder. Certainly not a bad idea. Scavenge is a very good option. Interesting. Okay, well, this person has started by capping this VP, or has capped that VP very early, which does not impress me. That is not how you treat but they might be better than me, and I might be running my mouth, but I suspect this person is lower. Certainly than the last two people we played against. We're just going to hit the cutoff immediately. Do they not have the cutoff text? No, yeah, they do. That makes sense. Oh, that's a Kubel? Okay. Okay, Kubel. Yeah, we don't need to cap this. We just wanted to decap it. And we're gonna come around on that Kubel and hopefully see if we can burst it down. We do a lot more damage from the rear. You do not want to show your Kubel's butt to people.
Rifle squad ready for action.
Nah, we're taking bad damage here.
losing a
Yeah.
capture point.
That went pretty badly for us, to be honest. We didn't play that well. Yeah, hopefully we can recover with our lieutenant. We should have a decent fuel lead at the moment. We might go M20 here. Wow. I hate the cover on this map, I gotta say. What if they're going for a fast SWS? I wonder if they're going for like Jaeger spam. Oh, interesting. That's actually really good positioning for that here. I'm impressed. I'm gonna send this guy up north.
A capture point is under attack.
Hi there, Kubel. Oh crap! I thought I did send him up. Okay. Not the Kubel. That's a good start. That's good. That makes up for the fact that we bled so badly during that initial fight with the Kubel. Or at least it starts to make up for it. We're not going to go on 20. The reason to go on 20 here, I was thinking about it, but the reason to go on 20 here specifically is because it would allow us to kill the Kubel really consistently. And we don't actually have to worry about that, so we're not going to bother with that. Oh crap. Just wait for a second. This guy actually has a lot of volts. Oh man! That could have definitely been a squad right there.
Machine gun team ready for orders.
Alright. Yeah, but so does our Greyhound. And the Greyhound is generally a better unit. We can afford to wait for it. That's sort of the point here, is like, can we afford to wait for our Greyhound or not? And I think the answer to this game is absolutely yes, we can. Go the rest. Yes. I'm expecting them to just hit our cutoff again. Okay. Yeah, they're the Jaegers. Okay. Cool. Yeah, the Greyhound will do a number on the Jaegers when it shows up. It takes a bit to show up. Yep. Okay. Like that. I don't actually think Jaegers are that amazing versus this Doctrine in general. Interestingly enough, we haven't actually revealed to our opponent our Doctrine choice, even though we install it. Because we didn't go for any Iron or Pathfinders. We just went for straight rifles. Well, it doesn't have to have a good detection radius. It does way more damage. Alright, we just need to heal up. This is not ideal. And then we need to push out. Got a couple of separate blobs.
Capture point is being overrun.
Okay. Blob A, go here. Blob B, go here. And be supported by our energy. A glorious energy.
Supply line just got cut off.
Not a big fan of Stuart here. There's a lot of snare squads. Stuart's kind of meh against a lot of snare squads just because it's slow and unresponsive compared to the Greyhound anyway. Oh, interesting. We're just going 50 caps here. Okay, I respect that. I think it's probably a reasonable enough call. Are they going for my cutoff? Probably. We don't want to blob up here because they've got another grunt squad that they can throw a grenade at us over the wall. So we want to be careful of that. We know they're camping here though, so we can't really leave. This is sort of weird standoff. We actually have I think a pretty good split here in terms of resources for a standoff like this. Big issue is our lack of munitions control. Alright. We'll cut them off here. RNG up here. Kind of playing cat and mouse at the moment, which is sort of not what we want to be doing actually, because we want CPs to go up faster so we can get our power spike units. Oh, hi there. Oh no. So they've like retreated everything over here. So we can just push in them. Oh no, I guess they got a unit in there. Okay, I guess we should send these guys here. Raketin already in place. Yeah. So we're gonna hit this with one of these squads. They're very good, but they shouldn't be able to 1v1 3 these squads. We'll see though, maybe they will. Wow, they got 3 model drops in that. Holy shit. Yeah, those guys are ridiculous. Alright. Oh my god, it was in the green and all but one of them died. Yeah, this is something that sucks about playing Airborne. That shit like that will occasionally happen. Oh, Black Half Track? Really? Okay. Well, we know they're going battle group now. That's good to know. Holy crap, that's annoying. Yeah, now I do kind of want to go Stewart, but I don't know. I'm not sure it's that good here. Really? Really? They were able to fucking charge that? Okay, yeah. Frustrations with the 50 cal. It's not the greatest unit in the game. It's very good, but it's pretty much complete inability. Ah, yes. And of course, I have to dodge both flame grenades and those grenades. Alright, we actually want... The 50 cal will be able to fight the Black Half Track pretty well. So, bring it over there. And we managed to lose the squad model on this one, despite, again, being completely in the green. I hate that RNG shit. I've now lost 6 paratroopers for absolutely no reason.
Crowds are sniffing around our asses. Tactical point being captured. Someone get us out of here.
Oh, they get infiltration rates too? That's awesome. Alright, I did get a squad wipe here, and I think I'm gonna wipe this actually. How? How did that not? Oh my god.
Gun crew just got wiped out. Latch onto that weapon. Move it. Steady up.
What happened? How do you? Oh, you're suppressed. You can't pick up a weapon while suppressed.
Tube ready. Back to normal.
This is kind of greedy. I shouldn't have gotten the second spot of paratroopers, but we're in a fine position. It's okay. I might actually get a kill here. It'd be hilarious. No, they moved it. Okay. That's definitely the right call on their part.
Looks like we're going in. We're taking lead over here. Take cover. Paratroopers ready for action.
Alright.
Stand ready. Drop those crap. Move it out. Let's go. Not okay.
Oh, these are so strong.
Make ready, AT. Move it out. Let's go. Pull them out, Sergeant.
I legitimately think that JLIs may be better than Falchion Raiders.
Get the hell out of here.
The only thing that makes them worse is their lack of a snare. And for lead infantry, that's not exactly a big deal.
Capture point is being overrun. Shoot up here. Get it done, boys. We gotta move behind crowd line. The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points. Contact! German AT position! Get on to that point! Found him up. Let's jump off. All right. Okay, move it along.
Just gonna go straight to our major here.
Get ready. We gotta capture and hold that grid point. Target secure. Get on! Get that thing ready to move. Steady up. Ready contact. Contact! Contact! Boy, we just got promoted!
Jesus Christ.
Stand shooting! Promotions in! Orders! Rush! Incoming rocket grenade! Stand by! Orders! Capture complete! Fan out! Stand break contact!
This person is not that good, to be honest. We should not lose this game.
We got work to do.
We just need to actually play decently, which I'm not currently doing a particularly good job of, but
Move complete! Target secure! We just got promoted! Fall back! We're taking fire! Move out. We're losing a capture point. Lock it up. Lock and lock. We got us some fighting to do. Wait. Rounds inbound. Squad number project and stand by for showdown. Men are ready. Morning orders, gang. Combat move, fellas. We're losing a capture point. Ready for action. We got orders to capture ground. This is it.
oh god, I'm bleeding so badly here. This is why you don't overbuild infantry. This is a
Capture
classic
point is
fuck
under
up.
attack.
I guess they're probably charging my howitzers here.
We're getting blasted.
Alright, so we just have to retreat. They've instantly killed 2 of our models. So we have to run. Jaegers.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Just gotta just guess which side they're tapping on. Alright. Oh, I guess wrong. In terms of which side they're capping on. I mean, as much as I am annoyed by Jaegers, right, Paras are generally better, but it's so annoying. To deal with those like stealth squads, they just pop out and instantly wipe a bunch of models. This is the snipes. But yeah, our opponent's not going this good at all. We should be fine here.
The capture point is being overrun. Get to that position! Shake a leg. We're heading down.
Oh, excellent. Now we know where the Schwerer is, and we can kill it.
Got orders, fellas. We're on the move to enemy lines. Gather round. Steady up. Get moving. Get in there. Taking fire. is under attack. Get the hell out of here! Enemy riflemen! Capture complete! Target secured! Change of plan! Get going! Taking effective fire! Taking effective fire! Grenade! Get over there! Get back to CB! Get back to CB! We're taking lead over here! Change of plan! Play into it! Hurry! Break cover! Break cover! It's too heavy! Pull back! Okay, move it
Just
along.
by Jackson. Okay, there it is.
You know what to do. Just move it out. Let's go. Taking crowd fire! Tank destroyer is ready for action.
Jackson, just a safety thing.
We're losing a capture point. Ready! Get out of there! Go!
Okay. The bundle grenade follow up here is going to be good.
Fall back! Get the hell out of here! Morning orders, gang. Steady up. Fire's got us pegged! Target! Fire AT! A capture point is being overrun. Troops standing. Let's go. Get him. Shake it.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't think I can keep playing today. I'm just too tired. I think I'm going to win this game, but
The enemy
I'm
is
just exhausted.
overrunning one of our capture points.
I'm not playing this well at all.
Krauts have cut our supply line. Frontline units are being hung out to dry. Moving! Get them out of here! Units walk over here! Orders! German infantry! Secure and hold that damn position! Get moving! Move! Capture that goddamn position! Get on that fucking driver! Get us over that. Promotion! Just came through! Fall back! Ready. Let's go. Get us over to that new position. Go! Get us the fuck out of here! Someone get me out of here! Orders! Field promotion! Get the hell out of here! Move! Enemy infantry! Send! Fall back, goddammit! Fall back! Okay, move it along. Hit the deck! Use grenades! Change of fucker! Promotion's in! Contact! Displace. Drive her over to that location. Move it out. Let's go. Make it happen! Driver, forward. Incoming! Go! Get out of their strike zone! Refuse to impact. Give it all she's got! Go! Enemy rifleman! Go! Listen up. Get the lead out.
Yeah, he's playing passive probably because he's fairly new, to be honest. That would be my guess. This just does not seem like a super experienced player. It's just, some people like to play passive, people like to play with grenades a lot. At this point, I'm guessing he's King Tiger stalling, so I'm going to have to build a second Jackson to be safe. I'm going to try to blow up his Schwer, but yep. Doesn't look like he's done any repairs on it. Whoa, that's a big old blob.
Get us over to that point. Displace. Get us
Oh, interesting. He's setting that up unrepaired.
move out. A capture point is under attack. Orders coming through. Come on. Get the lead out. Stay together! Hurry! Someone get us out here! Orders! Move back! Our supply
Ah, man, I
line
missed
just
the
got
warp
cut
there.
off.
Come on, get him.
Infantry down!
Eat him. Yeah.
Get back to CP! All right.
Oh my god, I'm bleeding so much. Alright.
Get ready. Make ready AT. Still no damn rounds to get this thing moving.
Rear echelon versus over
Losing a
soldat.
capture point.
Who will win? Over soldat. It's over soldat. It's always overs. Oh shit.
Warning orders, gang. Yeah. Infantry neutralized. We just got a field promotion.
Infantry neutralized. Did they kill a repairing squad on Schwer? That's the only way that makes any sense.
Ready. Drive, drive, drive. Grenade, move!
Ah. Don't y'all miss the good old days when everyone played Spec Ops every single game? So you just knew you would be dealing with like a ton of grenades constantly. Oh, really? You gonna miss that one, buddy? You gonna miss that? Alright. Again, I'm just playing this lazily because I'm tired. I don't want to deal with complicated stuff like actually positioning my squads effectively. Alright. Oh boy. Alright. We just need to save up, honestly, for vehicles.
A capture point is being overrun.
I don't like to DM people, really. This person hasn't been like rude or anything. So, no need to do that. I think they're pretty new, to be honest. So, definitely not upset about anything that's actually doing.
Crowds are sniffing around our asses. Tactical point being captured.
Alright. I'm guessing. Again, this is a guess. They're probably throwing nades at me. We'll see whose nade's more effective. Ow! Mine was! Mine was more effective. I mean, she wiped out a gun crew, but that's fine. I'll just recreate it. Yeah, 2 can play the game of throwing nades over buildings. Or over walls. Never forget. I too can choose.
Capture point is being overrun.
Come on. Let's kill this thing. It's gotta be really close to dying. Yeah, it is. That should be dead in this next barrage. Yeah, wait, no. Hold on. Come on. Blow it up. That's all I want you to do, buddy. Come on. It's like 2 hits is what it'll take to kill this thing.
We lost a gun crew.
Oh no. I gotta find aid. Whoa. Here you go. Alright. This is ridiculous. I'm just gonna give a Sherman. I've been playing this really badly. Oh hey, there's the Panther. I don't know why they went for a Panther. That's not a good option, but... Alright, well I guess I'm building another Jackson then to control the Panther. But yeah, I should just finish this thing off. It really should not be taking long. 7. Oh my god, really? Okay, here's what I need. I need this squad. That specific rifle. That rifleman. That's all I need to win this fight. Okay, there we go. We decided to retreat. Okay.
Just took out an entire gun crew.
I mean, I'm still gonna have... Yeah, I don't know what this guy's thinking. Well, I guess I don't know what I'm thinking either. At the end of the day, what is anyone ever thinking?
Tank destroyer is ready for orders.
Oh, get out. You get in. I want my vehicle crew in there.
Let's go. Get us over to that new position.
Wait, where's my second one? Okay, there we go.
Crew, move out. Send your driver forward. Gunner, engage all threats.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I've been playing really badly today, and I apologize for that. What you are getting to see... Oh, did I kill it? Did I... I did kill it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I need to stop reinforcing my squads. I have so much float right now. If I had the manpower, I'd tech nades. Oh boy. There we go. Did that... Okay, there we go. Wait, did he steal my pack howitzer, or did he build a new? Alright. I don't think he stole. I think he blew it up. I think I saw it explode. Oh, vehicle crews? I actually don't know. It's something that happens to me so rarely. Like, you just generally don't need to reinforce vehicle crews. Alright, these guys have done their job pretty well so far.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
Super passive game. Not exactly a high skill game from either of us today. Yeah, okay, yeah, they built a lead. Good. This is the big fight where we win the game. Probably. It's very unlikely our opponent's coming back from this. It's definitely possible, though. Yeah, that's what he's guessing. I mean, maybe he's saying GG because he... No. Okay. Alright, sorry folks, I am just too tired to play well today. Oof. That was not a great game from either me or my opponent there. There's some really bad losses on both sides. Yeah, Jacksons are crazy. That's why you build Jacksons, is because Jacksons are the #1 unit for getting, like, they're incredible because they're really good defensively due to the range, but they're also excellent offensively due to their really high speed and good moving accuracy that all, like, USF tanks have. So overall, Jacksons are just really versatile as a tank destroyer. I mean, yes, they only fight one kind of thing, but like the Su-85 is really mostly a defensive tool. You can use it offensively to some extent, but it doesn't have like the speed or the turret. Yeah, that was a bad game. It happens. Sometimes you have those games. This is what I say that I like playing for the late game. This is what I mean. Like, you know, you can position yourself to have a strong late game pretty effectively. Yeah, level like 10. Yeah. Oh yeah, we must be. Wow, there must be more people playing USF than usual because Oh wow, yeah, we've gotten like 50 more players since the last time I checked. That's awesome. Oh, there's Timo who we lost earlier in the stream. Anyway, I think I'm just too fatigued. I don't know. Maybe I could play one more. I just do you all want me to keep streaming? I'm willing to play another game. I haven't been streaming for very long, but I think like my sleep deprivation is enough that my play isn't very good. But if watching me play sleep deprived is helpful, I'm 100% willing to keep playing. Oh, thanks for the follow, Marshall. I appreciate it. I can create a little straw poll. That's true. I could cast some replays. Keep playing, stop streaming, and cast replays. Okay. A title required. I mean, I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go work on schoolwork. But here, let me send a little straw poll out. We've got keep going. We've got stop, and we've got replays. Currently, we are deadlocked. We need at least one more person to vote. Oh no! Yeah, we're deadlocked on 6 votes. Wow. 2-2-2. You're abstaining. You abstain on principle? What's the principle? You don't want to help me out? Help me make a decision? Because I am willing to keep playing. If people want to see me play Fatigue, I'm actually down for that. I think it's useful to see people at their worst, too. Like, I haven't gotten much sleep lately, so I'm just not playing very well. But, frankly, that can be kind of interesting. You can see sort of how my play falls apart. You can see that game. I made, this really poor decision to go for another infantry squad when I shouldn't have. Random.org. Okay, well, I think we're gonna have to do the random thing. Gotta make a decision somehow. Do you want to go to cast replay? Okay, I'll cast a replay. Does anyone have a replay they want me to cast? I have a couple sitting around. But if anyone wants to send me one right now that we can cast, I'd be down to do that. My Discord is oh, my Discord number is not showing. That's weird. Yeah, I'd be happy to cast a replay. Repo Rogue number 4089, I think. I think that's my number. Let me check. Tag myself. Yeah, that's correct. If anyone wants to send me a replay, I'd be happy to cast it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you lost it, you presumably have lost it permanently. But yeah, I'll spectate top 1v1. Oh no, I'm just figuring out whether or not I'm going to keep streaming today. I'm going to get to level 16. We're not very far. I think a single good session could do it. I've just been losing a lot lately. Alright, cool. USF, interesting commander loadout. If y'all want to send me a replay, we can switch to that, but for now we'll just do this. So we've got, on one hand, Grand Offensive, Fortifications, and Special Operations. And our USF player for Res has Mechanized, Infantry, and Heavy Cav. That makes a lot of sense to me. So he's gone with Infantry Company here. This is a kind of campy map. This is a map where often indirect fire is very important. And Infantry gives you not only the mortar half track, but also the Priest, which is a pretty sick vehicle in general, but really good indirect fire. So that actually doesn't really surprise me, but it's interesting to see. I don't know if you would have seen this person take infantry on most other maps, but this is a really good map for it. On the flip side, so we've got a Kubel opener. This is pretty common at high levels. I think we've seen pretty clearly that people around my level, generally speaking, cannot play Kubel effectively enough to make it worth it. But top players can, and these are very good players. I don't know what rank they are exactly. Man, if UKF gets a rework, then I might do it. But the thing is, right, I'm a USF player. Like, that's the only faction that I'm particularly good with. What that means, too, is if I get fatigued, I'm not going to, like, play other factions well all of a sudden. Like, I'm just going to play them even worse than I'm playing USF, because I'm less familiar with them and just less good at them in general. I think the USF player here has a way more robust capping order. They're behind on, like... Yeah, they're not really behind on anything. I was reading the line wrong. Yeah, this is pretty bad. If you've got a Kubel and you're not ahead on resources early, that's not good. It's not good. I'm interested to see where they go. My prediction is that we see Mechanized from the Ots tier player, and then we see Lieutenant from the USF player. Oh, they're going Captain. Oh, cool. Okay, this actually makes sense again. So this is probably the best map for both Battle Group and Captain, because it is, as I said, such a like grindy map. It's a map that really emphasizes indirect fire. Also, I want to point out this cutoff, I mean, while fine, is only cutting off this 1 point because of the map split here. So that's pretty funny. The rifleman field defenses from the infantry are also quite good. We already see our USF player for Res here using them. Yeah, I can learn. I'm planning on learning OKW next, actually. My goal is to get to, like, level 17 with USF, so, like, top 80. And then branch out from there, or at least top 100 on my main account. My goal is to get top 100 by the end of the year. Yeah, again, this is just not that great here, to be honest, for a KW player. Like, they're doing all right, but like, this is not a particularly brutal cutoff, and they're fighting squads in green cover, so this is not super worth it. It becomes a lot more worth it if they get this cutoff, but we'll see if that happens. The actual cutoff that matters. Yeah, Captain is really strong. Honestly, I mean, Lieutenant, one of the reasons to go Captain is that it's a much better, like, early game power spike, because you can immediately get the bar on it. And oh boy, is that bar Thompson rifleman squad kinda lovely. Yeah, honestly, I'm curious what the KD is. I think it's in favor of the USF player. 5-4, okay, not as in favor as I thought.
Is being overrun.
Alright, do we have any tech? Yeah. Yep, see pack outs here. Okay. As I mentioned, indirect fire on this map is great. Pack outs is a lot stronger than mortar. You notice the person is going for this point immediately to cut this off while they're still capping. And they got reconnected here. I really think the USF player is in a good position right now. Just in terms of, like, map control, overall position. Someone asked me how good USF was. I would say USF was still very good. There was a brief period where they were a little bit broken. And I don't think that they're, like, broken, but I do think USF is just legitimately very strong.
75mm gun ready for action.
I'm a little bit surprised about the ambulance read. It's something I do and that I think is probably not ideal, but the more I've watched high-level players, the more I see them also being greedy with ambos. So yeah, this is the top 1v1 game going on. So I'm expecting both these players to be very good. Although I think the USF player is stronger than the FW player. That's my guess, based on how they've been playing so far. Okay, yeah, battle group. Okay, again, so, I predicted the meta, but this is, as I mentioned, this is a really good map for both battle group and captain, despite them being meta on most other maps. Oh, man, that's so bad. One thing you notice is that the OKW player is not building sandbags, but the USF player is. This is a good sign that the player building sandbags is better, or putting on a lot of pressure. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really convinced by that argument for a couple reasons. I'd point out that we saw a huge... We saw a little bit more USF in the tournament than Soviets, but Soviets performed better, and as the tournament went on, we saw more and more Soviets and less USF. So I kind of think Soviets may be the better faction right now. At least in terms of like their late game.
Crowds are sniffing around our asses. Tactical point being captured.
It's nice to have a much better player than me on here. How's it going, Laura Badger? I'm kind of like a mediocre player, to be honest. But
our supply line just got cut off.
It's nice to see people who are actually like high elo. And this is something, I've mentioned this a number of times on my stream. I think, when you're getting started, you probably should forego playing with light vehicles just because you have to get value out of them. And if you don't, they put you significantly behind.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
I would argue that even at my level, like low level 16, light vehicles are still probably not optimal. I play with them because I like them and I'm decent with them, but I'm not consistent enough with them, frankly. And something you'll see though is if you see like top players, they basically always build a light vehicle every game. I might turn the volume down a little bit. Sorry about this, folks. They basically build a light vehicle every single game. I don't know when that really starts, though, honestly. I don't know when you have to start doing that. Bora Badger actually might have better insight into this than me, but I think you could probably... I know, like, high-level 16 players who never built light vehicles. In, like, OKW and Austria and Soviets. Which, again, blows my mind. I mean, I think the Soviet players usually build a T-70. But besides that, they kind of avoid light vehicles. And I have come around to thinking that maybe at our level that is the way to play. My reasoning though for building light vehicles is that I think, the higher you climb, the more important they are. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think that's absolutely true. Even at a fairly low level, like the Soviet teching takes forever, so getting a T-70 is super important just to have this like powerful shotgun. It's also just such a good unit. There's not really much of a reason to not build it. But like you often don't see the flat cap track, even with people going battle group. Yeah, I personally stay away from the AA half track because my micro just isn't good enough, and it is like the most finicky light vehicle in the game, but also has just sort of insane, base DPS. It's really good. This is one of the advantages, right? Both of these units are among the few light vehicles that can suppress. The other being the quad half track. I think this is actually an overextension here. Okay, yeah, he's getting out of there. He was about to get Fausted, and then there's a Riket on the way, so that was bad. But he got out of it at a good time. But yeah, you see how like the AA half track really trades so well against the black half track here, the USF light vehicle. It's so good. It's just it only fires in this arc behind it, so you have to reverse move it everywhere, and you can't attack move it or it'll flip around and drive towards them. Yeah, I think the T70 is kind of OP. It's part of the faction at this point. I don't know exactly what the best thing to do with it would be. Out of curiosity, Bro Badger, what do you think is overpowered about USF at the moment? Oh yeah, USF crew repairs with the rear echelon so fast. Do we have a major on the way? No, not yet. Oh man. Uh-oh. I think this might be a dead. Okay, no, it got away. Got away. Good thing the Raquette was out of position. That would have been bad. I don't know, is that I think that's true against Austere. I don't know, is that true against OKW though? I feel like USF is still a little bit weak versus OKW. It might be that I just play too much recon versus OKW, and I should just be doing basically anything else. So this is one of the advantages of infantry. It's one of like I think two M1919 LMG doctrines. The 1919s are crazy good. They're really good at long range. The rifles are already good at close range. Yeah, that's fair. I don't disagree with that. I'm at more at my level where like it's generally easier to counter light vehicle than it is to use one. But I think you're right at like higher levels. That's almost certainly true. Although we do see a really good we do see a lot of Panzer Fusiliers in the meta right now. I mean, the M20 has had its close range DPS nerfed significantly. I don't know if you're basing that statement off of the if you're basing that off of the like Cruise's DPS spreadsheets, but those are actually really out of date for the M20. The M20 got significantly nerfed close range and slightly buffed long range. Yeah, I mean the WC-51 is an amazing unit, but it does require a doctrinal commitment that is in other ways perhaps not ideal. I think the M20 is a fantastic unit for sure. I will say though, I've noticed. Wow, interesting. Double fuel caches. Well, I guess he's showing us how to play when you're floating. I gotta make more fuel caches. I float way too much. There's one of those advantages that the USF has that LKW doesn't. So we got a major on the way. Guess we'll probably see a Sherman first, but maybe Jackson first. We'll have to see. Yeah, this is not a good play. That bullet spot is almost dead. Really do love the AA half track. Oh no, it's gonna get away? Oh man, bummer. I am curious though if I mean the current meta is so grand offensive focused that I'm almost not sure if LPW really has as big of a disadvantage in light vehicles at the moment as it usually does. If grand offensive gets like significantly nerfed, I can imagine that changing. Oh man, I think that might be a dead A half track. And this is just sort of how awkward this vehicle is. It has to be facing a particular direction. It's interesting, you can see that like, you know, the OKW player here is really relying on blocking to get anything done. Oh man, 2-to-1 KD ratio almost. This is pretty brutal. Yeah, I'm guessing this player is like noticeably low ranked. So the Kubel got a wipe on this MG here. I wonder if he's going to go after the Schwerer here, or if he's going to try to use the Pack Howie for support. That's something I always debate, is whether or not I should use my Pack Howie to attack support guns and blobs, or if I should use it against the Schwerer. I'm nice using it against the, oh, he's got a priest. Sweet. I'm glad we're going to see this. This is interesting though, he has like no AT, so we'll see how that goes. The priest is one of the best squad weapons in the game. Yeah, you're right about the cutoffs. Yeah, he's not going after the Schwerer. I do think that's probably a mistake in my gameplay, is going after that a little bit too aggressively. Oh man. Oh, got that wipe. The priest MG kill the model. That is hilarious. Oh no! They're all on fire. Oh, did the priest fire already? I guess I missed it. Didn't fire the Schwerer. Huh. Interesting. The priest has some insane weapon potential. The risk of doing something like this is that if your opponent gets out a medium tank, like he has no AT right now. If your opponent gets out a medium tank, they can screw you up pretty badly. I believe it. I'm curious what he's going to do with it, to be honest. If he's going to use it to siege that down, or if he's just going to use it to try to get squad wipes. Looks like he's going for squad wipe. No. Anyway, I'm just really curious about this. Kind of focused entirely on that. That looks like a Schwerer with barrage. He might be barraging the base. Yeah, okay. Man, the priest is nuts. It's so beautiful. And he called Major already on it. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, did scatter for it. It looks like he's also. Oh, he's also shooting out with the Pack House, so the Pack Howie got improved. Man. Yeah, this is probably going to cause a surrender, I'm guessing. Oh, interesting. He went for a fighting position here. That's a really good fighting position location, too. That's cool. This guy's playstyle is really nice. This is like completely different from how I play. I love it. I love seeing stuff like this. Just people playing really differently. Yeah, this is like the opposite of how I play USF. And this guy's obviously way better than me. So it's interesting that you see people who play USF so many different ways. Like people, I think, talk about USF as if it's kind of like some people treat it as if it's kind of a one-note faction, but I actually think it's one of the most diverse and versatile factions in the game. You have a ton of good commanders. Like USF has like basically no truly bad commanders. And you have so much variety in them. Like this commander, giving them these LMGs that don't work on the move really changes how riflemen work. They become these like really strong long range / generalists. He's going for another Arty barrage on this. This is a bit aggressive. Yeah, I got wiped out. Wop wop. Still hasn't gotten a tank yet. Priest could have probably killed this already. It is interesting, yeah. He is going for... Yep, okay. There we go. He's going for the sort of the broadly the same wing strategy that I'm... Kim Blob here. I mean, not as good as Kimbo's blobs for a number of reasons. Moving through it. Not great control, not blobs to be honest. There we go. Kill the Schwerer. No medium tank is out. That means the priest is really safe now. This is a pretty much one game. He's going for Sherman here. Yep, he's versus surrenders. Yeah, I realized after I played my last game that I was just too tired to keep playing, so I am casting some. If people want to send me a replay, we can watch that, or we can watch the next game, the next high level, top level 1v1. Hmm. All right, who do we got here? Twisted Tootsie versus Norse. Oh, Twisted Tootsie not playing USF. All right, I want to see this. Twisted Tootsie is one of my favorite USF players. He is a big mechanized player. Big fan of the M. What is it? Is it the M3 or? I don't think it's an M5. I don't know. Whatever it is, I think it is the M3. Um, the M3 bazooka bus as a way of coming back into games and like killing tanks. It's really fun to watch. Yeah, sure, you can send it over. Is it a game that you won or you lost? Because I'd rather talk about games that people lose. So we've got, oh my god. We have Encirclement Doctrine, Strategic Reserves, and German Infantry. Um, and then we've got Urban Defense, Guard Motor Coordination, and, oh, never mind. We've got Guard Motor Coordination. And we've got German Infantry. Send me that again, Keeps. We can just watch that now. I don't have much more time. I can keep casting for the next, 40 minutes. Well, that's a sick win, but yeah, I'd rather talk about games that people lose. The sort of the point, right, is critiquing stuff. You're a better player than I am, Stormhager, so I don't think I've got much to help you with, frankly. Ideally, I want to aim this at newer or intermediary players who are struggling. And you're better than I am, and you're playing a faction against. You're playing a faction I don't play much of against a faction I don't play much of. So there's not much I can say. Keeps, did you send me Did you send me the? Oh no, I was ideally. I casted that one game because I was hoping that it would be a transition to casting, just teaching games, but no one sent me one. Yeah, I was hoping. I had mentioned wanting to cast newer and intermediary player games. This is just me casting because I'm waiting for someone to send me a replay to cast. Again, if you have a replay that you'd like to have casted, I would be happy to cast it if you are, ideally if you're new or intermediate. I can definitely help you out with that, especially if it's USF. USF is my main faction, like the only faction I play considerably. This is interesting. So I don't see this a ton. I mean, I don't play many Soviets. Did you say that was a WCS game though, Keeps? Like a World Series? A World Championship game? Because that would kind of, again, be not players who I can reasonably commentate on. This is surprising though. I don't see, I mean, again, I don't play much Soviets, I don't play much Austere, but it's relatively rare that I see people vote for penals against Austere. I wonder if he thought, and I wonder if Norse Tier thought that Twisted Tootsie was going to go for something like a Pigren stall, like an Assault Grenadiers and a Pigren stall, and forego snares, because this is just somewhat unusual. I mean, it's not terrible. Like, penals are really good against friends. They beat them at every range, like handily. Especially in Spirit Cover. Oh, that's a bad way. But the M3 is kind of mediocre at long range, so I'm surprised to see here. Well, we could watch that just because it's something that I play and that I could definitely play a lot better. So it'd be nice to see how they play it. And we can see what they do that's different. Yeah, that actually sounds good. I can critique my own gameplay by watching someone else play and talk about how I fail to live up to that. That would actually be interesting. I am gonna transition to doing that. So we're gonna leave this. This game does look interesting though. But I'm gonna restart Co real quick and move that file over because I can't actually add a replay to my folder while Co is running. I don't know why. Okay, so you said you sent this to me. Yeah, here we go. Can you actually send me the replay file? Because come on. All right, I guess I will. It's making me sign in with Steam. This is just gonna take longer. I've never gotten a replay from this site before. Oh, come on. Sorry about this, folks. So we're just getting a replay for me to watch that should show people how to play Recon a hell of a lot better than I play it. I don't want to upload a replay. I would like to download a replay. Okay. How do I download this replay? There we go. Okay. Alright, so documents, games. Again, sorry for the intermission. Playback. Okay. There we go. We got it, and we just gotta restart. Okay, so we're gonna watch World Championship game Recon versus OKW, and we're gonna see how they do a bit better than I do. Because it's the matchup I struggle most with, frankly. Okay. That's weird. That is not showing up. Okay. I'll restart it again. Just make sure it actually went through. Documents. Really sorry about this, folks. I wish I was more prepared for this. Okay, it's in my folder. That is strange. I think Simo's going to join me for a bit, as he likes to do. And I like to have him do. It's fun. It's fun to do this with other people.
Is this the second biggest Co2 stream?
It might be. Oh, cool. Exciting. Yeah.
It was on my suggested when I loaded into Twitch. It said you should watch this.
Very exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna just send you this replays. I mean, I don't know. You could just watch it with me, but if you want to watch it live,
yeah, I'll just have a 10-second delay or something if I watch it.
Okay, there's the replay if you want to watch it, Simo. Okay, folks, sorry about that. Hopefully this will actually work this time. I don't know why it didn't show up in my replay folder after I put it there. Replays. Okay, it's still not here. That's really strange. Oh, you know what? Is it on an old patch? Did we screw up? We must have screwed up. Okay. Damn. All right. I guess we'll watch. Just
yeah, we had a.
Let's find the top ranked 1v USF player in 1v1s right now. Here we go. We'll just watch this game. This is the second to highest one.
Which one is it? I guess I'll just find the names.
Major Kusanagi versus Seth or C777. So we've got Mechanized Company, Heavy Cav, recon support, and on the other side we've got scavenge. Waiting for the match to begin. Ah, damn it, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, never mind.
Well, it's probably just that's fine. Let's just do that.
Oh, okay. There we go. Did it start? Okay, cool. So we've got Scavenge, Grand Offensive, and Breakthrough Doctrine. Alright, we're going to turn off Fog of War, fix the HUD size so it's not awful. I'm really curious as to what they're going to pick here. I have honestly no idea. I'd be excited to see them pick Recon, just so that, again, they can show us how to do it better than I do. So this is interesting. This is something you see, right? Like, one of the things, Storm Pioneers are very powerful when they first hit the field, but they kind of fall off pretty quickly, especially against USF. Maybe the game ended really quickly.
Yeah, I think it did. Look at your replay timer. You're already at 10%.
Okay, well, we'll finish this up and just see what happens. There are a couple things that I think are interesting about this, right? Storm Pioneers.
Oh, dude, Twisted Tootsie's got a game up.
Is it a USF game?
No, he's playing Ost, but I still want to watch.
Yeah, that's what we started casting. It's interesting. His opponent goes like tier 1 Soviets. So this is sort of interesting, right? The power of Storm Pioneers falls off pretty quickly over the course of a game. So getting them out rather than capping, your stuff up, and getting them to a place where they can be in combat or they can do other useful things like build reinforced steel barricades is actually potentially quite valuable. I'm not so sure about this. I don't know about staying in this sort of long-range fight with these rifles when you're less than 50% health, but it's interesting. On the other hand, the Kubel here has connected to fuel. Oh. Alright, I've got half an hour before I have to stop streaming. By decree of the library that I'm in. I stream from my university library because I have terrible Wi-Fi at home. This is a rough start, actually. We'll see how.
Yeah, you're already 50% done. That's
Okay, so they went with heavy cav. Honestly, with a start that good, I might have guessed that they would go mechanized if you had to guess. Are they? Oh, they're going cover. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's something you see, right? Like, as players get better, they start interacting with the map more. They start building cover and building wire more often. That being said, it's not. It's one way to kind of get an idea of how good someone is. You do see weaker players doing it too. I think it's the kind of thing that you probably shouldn't be worrying about if you're struggling really badly with other things. But if you're otherwise like a solid player, like for me, I'm a decent player most of the time. And so it's something that I should be focusing on. And it would probably significantly improve my game. Because I'm pretty good at squad preservation. I'm generally good at coming up with a decent unit composition. So doing things like interacting with the world can really help. Like, cover is so powerful. I mean, the squad behind green cover takes a fourth as much damage as a squad behind no cover. So you got the lieutenant on the field. This is interesting. I'm actually kind of curious as to who surrenders, really. Are they going? They're not going for fast mechanized, it looks like? No. So we're not seeing like an M20 rush here. Or if we are, it's really badly timed. That's interesting. Going for an ambulance. Makes sense. Solid thing to do.
OKW lost a squad.
Oh, they did. Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed that. Yep. No, that makes sense. Aren't they just going to give up here? They're kind of idling stuff. I think they may have just given up. Or they've decided to surrender or whatever. And they're just waiting for 5 minutes. Kubel goes down. I'll be honest, I haven't seen a ton of double officers since the officer manpower changes, but I do see it occasionally. So it could be. if you are going to do double officer and you don't like specifically need to rush out a unit from one or the other, I think the way to do it is to rush captain, because you can immediately get a bar on your captain and push really hard. Okay, yeah, this person is just giving up. Bummer. Let's see if we can find another high-level game ongoing. Ideally one with USF. Again, if I'm not going to show off how to play USF well right now, let's see someone who does
Well, that one's against a bot, so that doesn't work.
it. What's against the
Lenny Lionheart versus UA Babrich on Crossroads is the highest ranked, and it.
Wait.
Oh no, game host. My bad, not bot. So Feminville approach, 4th game down.
CC Art and Lefractioner?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
What is Create Observer Party?
I have no idea.
Oh, ideal for casting. Maybe we'll figure that out later.
Except that Twitch integration is completely broken on this. I spent like half an hour trying to get my Twitch set up in Company of Heroes 2 just to discover that Twitch integration is like permanently broken.
Yet they still advertise it? That's fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably more work. Really? 7 minutes? Is this on like a 10-minute observer delay? I'm a little bit skeptical that that's actually, because last time it said 3 minutes and then it started. We'll wait like 30 seconds, and if it doesn't start, then we'll find something else. But let's just look at commanders and stuff. So we have heavy cav, we've got airborne.
Mine's on the same exact time frame as yours, so I mean, I think it's probably worth sticking around for. I'm gonna go do some lunch anyways.
Okay, so what's interesting here is that we've seen heavy cav and recon support in most of the last couple of loadouts. They are widely regarded as very good. We've seen mechanized a lot. It's kind of surprising. It's kind of surprising to see someone not have mechanized, to be honest. But I don't generally queue with mechanized. Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. So then that makes sense. Keeves is saying that the observer delay turns off when the game ends. So it worked last time because the game ended after like 5 minutes. So unless that happens, we're kind of out of luck. So we should just find something else to watch. And again, if y'all have a replay you want me to go through quickly, let me know. Yeah, Stormy. I mean, as I was saying earlier, I really am not sure how good light vehicles are at our level of play. Like, I mean, you're a better player than I am, but we're not too far off. I kind of think that light vehicles become really really important at a high level of play, but for us, it's just not necessary. All right. Oops, not replays. We know that doesn't work. Spectate. Okay. Friedrich versus Felix. Okay. This is a USF game, so we're gonna watch UC Locked versus DGN 2 Tune 88 France, I think, on one of my least favorite maps. So we've got German Infantry Doctrine, Strategic Reserves, and Spearhead, and then we've got Recon, Airborne, and it looks like Urban Assault. Turn off Fog of War, make the HUD size all big. Is it? Oh, sorry, I had a bit of hang there. I'm really surprised to not see a rifleman being built. Oh my god. This person is going to go straight into an Iron Arm Pathfinder. Oh boy, is that greedy. That is so greedy. I don't know if... I mean, I'm pretty sure this is not how you play Recon ideally, but...
We've migrated to another map.
We have, yes. Yeah, we realized why the observer delay turned off last time, and it's because the game ended. So...
Oh.
We're not going to wait 6 minutes. I mean, I've got like half an hour left to stream. So this is so greedy what he's doing here. I'm really curious to see how this works out. This person has foregone building a rifle at the start and has instead just gone straight into an INR Pathfinder. So they're probably going to go triple Pathfinder or double Pathfinder, like Lieutenant and 20 Rush or something like that. That's my guess. I'm super skeptical of this, but let us see how it turns out. Oh man, especially against a double P gun or a double assault grenadier start like this. This is rough.
Oh no.
What's up?
I'm looking at a double assault gren. I don't know how this is going to do. Oh, interesting. I'm following.
Out of curiosity, Stormjaeger, do you know what level these players are? I think I may have actually played against UC Lock before. I'm not 100% sure. The name is definitely familiar. Yep, 222 really could. I mean, I'm hoping we'll see something like Lieutenant here. Yep, Lieutenant's already started. So I'm guessing this is an M20 rush, actually, which wouldn't be terrible against this opener. Although he's behind in fuel already. Well, I guess not that behind.
I managed to get our game synced.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. 13-ish. Okay, yeah. So this person's actually a lower ranked player than I am on my main for USF, but you know, around my level for sure.
They're ranked 13?
Yeah, he's at 13-ish. So yeah, I've definitely played against UC Lock before. So again, this is just a different way to play. I'm skeptical of this personally, and I'm really, as I said, curious to see how it turns out. This is kind of what you need to do, is have them grouped up like this. This is not a fight that Assault Grenadiers can win. This might be a wipe, actually. This blob has a lot of DPS. Oh man, just missed the wipe. So I could have gone for a cutoff there, I think.
Yeah.
I think that might have been better, honestly. But we'll see.
A lot of how this game will go depends on how Ost actually utilizes, because he had a huge early game advantage with just how sluggish the USF start was, but now it's already starting to roll into him.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that this person has just kept their infantry concentrated, like blobbed up like this. Yep, there we go. First wipe. Brutal. So, I don't know. Are they? It looks like they're going for like a TT2. Honestly, a flame half track would be really sick here. But yeah, USF now has more or less the resources managed. So, okay, this I'm continuing to question. I'm guessing what they're doing, the reason that they stalled, they went the sort of like Pathfinder stall, is that he wants to call in 2 squads of paratroopers later, and he doesn't want to have too much infantry. Because generally speaking, you can't support... Oh, wow. This is a bunker early. Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Oh man, that is so passive.
Yeah, you don't normally see bunkers in 1v1s. See them sometimes, but... And this is how you would use it to protect a cutoff. Although honestly, I kind of expect it to be somewhere more like here than right here. Just because, right, this is a bunch of manpower and munitions that can't walk around and can't contest the map elsewhere. So sure, you protect your cutoff, but you potentially risk losing everywhere else.
One can argue probably the only solid use of a bunker in 1v1s is probably if you're in a VP bleed battle.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think protecting your cutoff can be good, but protecting your cutoff, like building a bunker when you're this low on squads, is not a good idea. When you're taking a squad wipe, he's basically given himself like a second partial squad wipe by doing this. So that is not
exactly.
It's not good. This is not what you want to be doing. And yeah, against Pathfinders can spot bunkers really well. Yeah, as Stormjaeger's pointing out, Pathfinders are really good against static defenses, so this is not promising for our Austere player, despite the fact that our USF player has played insanely greedily. Okay, so they're going double officer. So I stand corrected. So they're not skipping the rifleman so that they can go double para. They're skipping it so they can go double officer, which is a strong thing to do. I will say though, I mean, he did build the MG, so I guess that makes sense. I mentioned this earlier though. I would recommend if you're going to go double officer and you're not just rushing out like a specific unit like an MG. Or,
he's gonna cut it off with the 222, by the way. Or he's trying to.
Yeah, but this is well enough supported here. If you're not rushing a specific unit, you go double officer, go captain first, generally, because you can get captain with the bar is very strong. Much more impactful than a lieutenant with a bazooka.
So Austin's only killed 2 models, by the way.
Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, I'm also surprised. I would really expect to see a rifle first, almost every game. I don't. I mean, Roxazer, you're kind of implying though that you're expecting to then have your team weapons be decrewed and then recrewed with Pathfinders, and you really should like plan to not have them decrewed. This is not going to work out. These guys are way too low health. They should have retreated a while ago. Definitely should have retreated. If they weren't going to retreat earlier, they should have definitely retreated after decapping this.
Assault grunts on flank.
Oh yeah, and even without that, that's throwing away manpower for like no reason. And you had a big advantage before. You still have a big advantage, but you just dropped like 3 models for no reason. It depends. I mean, they're different, right? Like Pathfinders give you insane utility. In that regard, they're
might drop.
What's up? Yours dropped?
No, he might drop the assault grunt now. Just barely missed it.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, it's for the snare, but also rifles are just really strong squads. So this is not ideal. These should not be on red cover. Alright, I've got 15 minutes of this game left before I have to go. And leave. I hope y'all can't hear the, the library announcements in the background as I stream from my bunker in the downstairs of the library.
But mom.
So one of the interesting elements of this build is that our USF player has one source of anti-tank right now. Besides that, normally if you go rifle lieutenant, you've got a bazooka squad and you've got a snare. I think they've done a good job. I mean, they've won most of the infantry fights through blobbing, which is fairly. It's legitimate. I think the infantry control could have been better here, though. Like, you don't want your units to keep moving when they're at a decent range to fight. If you're fighting a CPC squad, you should just attack move against them and not try pushing like that.
Oh, S-Mine's down there. Ooh.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, S-Mine's brutal. This is not great. You don't want to be like idling like this. This squad probably should just go back and heal at 50% health and 4 models. This is the second time I've seen the MG in red cover, which is not ideal at all. Okay, so he's gone weapon racks, which makes sense, so that he can go bazooka. That's very risky, to be honest.
That is insane.
All right, we're gonna watch it 2x speed. That's a good recommendation. So hopefully we can actually catch the full game.
This is a very sluggish game, though. Only 30 kills by 10 minutes.
Yeah, it is, which is kind of a bad game for Recon, because Recon wants those CPs. I'm wondering if he's going to go for Greyhound or not.
And we can watch a 2-speed if you need.
Oh, I currently am. Yeah, I'm watching 2-speed. Sorry, I'm at like almost 11 minutes now. Yeah, double officer is not a terrible idea. I just I don't know if they're really taking advantage of it that much. Like, I think with recon, you really don't need to do this. The only time that this will really be something you want to do with recon is so that you can get an AT gun if you fall behind. Oh, wrecked. That wrecked the grenade. Yeah, the one thing to keep in mind, pack howitzers are extremely susceptible to rifle grenades, so do be careful with them. I keep going back and forth as to who I'm favoring in this game. I honestly
It feels like a really weird game. I don't know.
This is a very odd game. I don't think either player is playing super optimal.
No one deserves the win.
Yeah, everyone in this game deserves to lose, but
I think Ost is gonna lose though.
I do too. I don't know. It depends on whether or not like a Tiger install works. They've got a P4 already, and we've got nothing to contest that over here. Did they go double mechanized? No, I haven't gotten a single mechanized yet. So they're like a lot of fuel away from the first tank. I actually think Ost has the edge here now. We'll have to see what, if anything, the AT gun play is on the USF side.
And not to mention how he actually uses the P4, because some people can just use it to balance out.
Yeah, no, you're right. The P4 being used effectively is important. I don't know, Roxizo. I don't really agree with that. I think single tech is totally fine with single tech is actually great with recon. I think it's one of the best options for single tech because of the tools it gives you. And it allows you to tech single tech either way, much like airborne. You think Frenchie's gonna win?
Well, the P4s correctly. Ost used the P4 to actually push, but now he's just got a Zook blob and a new MG in center. By the way, new bunker.
Oh boy, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, bunker's not what you want. But this is also not a good way to engage the P4. That's not great. Walking through the S minefield. Got really lucky there. Okay, not so lucky there. Yep, that's a dead MG. Should be.
He's known about these mines for now. He's done nothing.
The reliance on blobbing by the USF player is potentially problematic here. We'll see. I mean, they've had worse map control for a while. They're also floating like over 1K, and they're quite behind.
Jesus Christ!
I
didn't notice the float.
I'm guessing they're gonna go for a Jackson here next. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, that is quite a Zoot blob. This is not, I think, the optimal. There's nothing about that that's optimal particularly. This blob is also really susceptible to having models dropped by another P4 shot. Hilarious.
This is the most level 12 match I've ever seen.
That was a good. This is actually good though. Jumping the medics out was pretty like a nice touch. I gotta say respect on that. It's something I don't do. But yeah, one of the reasons you don't want a Zoot blob or other AT infantry blob is that your blob is way less mobile than their tank. So they can just be like, okay, I'll go play another part of the map. And
I'm gonna go blow up your medic, yeah.
And this person has 0 snares. So that's a problem. Yeah, I don't know about those grenades on the howitzer. I don't think that's super likely to cause a wipe.
He's doing a good job keeping him off that pack, Howie.
Yeah, he is. The medics are now joining the blob. I'm guessing unintentionally.
Can he give the medics a bazooka? Is that possible?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. I gotta try. I'll try it next time. Hilarious. Yeah, he's decrewed the.
He's now floating 1,500 manpower.
Yeah, that's bad. I mean, look, if you're floating this much and you're this behind, that's not good.
Again, keep someone off of the pack, Howie.
You've got the medic still in the blob. Okay, now it's gone back. Oh, I'm gonna start just shredding these paras. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, he's building another bunker, same exact.
Okay, he's building a Jackson at least, but I mean, we're gonna see. Well, he doesn't have any manpower, but once he has the manpower, we're gonna see a Tiger Ace. So That's gonna be fun. He's built an ambulance despite having the medics. That I'm skeptical of. Isn't there an ability that you can use to lock down medic movement?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, the lack of an AT gun here is really bad. This is not what you want to do. I mean, I really don't think bazooka blobbing is a great strategy. So one of the reasons it's bad here is that one of the reasons it's bad is that once your opponent has, oh my god, what the fuck is happening here? I'm sorry, guys. That is a dead. Is that a dead Jackson too? Oh boy. Well, okay, they got the bazooka squad at least. That's good. And the blob got a wipe, so that's good. I mean, that's one advantage of blobbing like this. This is hilarious. This bunker.
I still think USF can win.
I do too. I think they can win. The fact that they've been getting so many squad wipes with the blob is pretty big. But this blob should not be all capping. They don't need all these units.
I know. He's trying to force his way into the bunker, and he did it, but he lost so many units.
Oh
he lost so many models. Dude.
But I mean,
not to mention models, he lost time.
He still has a positive KD.
By the way, the medics now have 2 kills.
They do. Oh my god. Oh boy. Wait, they don't have veterancy? That's bullshit. Medic veterancy win.
What do you get with veterancy?
You don't.
Oh,
There's no medic veterancy.
Nice.
That's why it needs to happen. So yeah, he's gonna have a Tiger Ace now. And now he's got a bazooka blob and a Jackson. Bazooka blob, especially when it's played really blobbed up like this, is awful against heavy tank AoE.
Yeah, no, it's death. You're gonna bleed so hard. He's currently shooting at the enemy base. Oh my! Look at that double AT gun now.
Oh boy, this is not what you want to do.
But at the same time, Ost only has 3 infantry units.
Yes. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, neither player has particularly well. The blob though did do its job, right? And that is it avoided getting squad wiped, and it's gotten a bunch of squad wipes. Now is the point where the blob is going to start getting punished because of just how good the AoE is on the Tiger.
Interesting. Well said.
But we'll see. We'll get to watch this happen. So here we go.
Look at these units. Oh my god! I think he did like 10% health with those bazooka rounds.
Yeah, it's not very effective. It's really not very effective against this much armor. I mean, Von Ivan is streaming right now, so I don't think I should cast his game. I also need to stop streaming in like 5 minutes, unfortunately, due to being kicked out of the library. They're closing. So I don't really have time to stream another game. We're gonna get through as much of this one as we can. Yeah, Tiger is just sort of diving. So he's gone for another paratrooper squad. Oh my god, the infantry spam is unbelievable this game. Okay, AT guns are setting up. Maybe they're gonna get the... Not having a single snare just sucks so much, though. Well, he has sort of brute force his way through that. Oh, good on him.
Those paratroopers have 30 kills, 29.
Yeah, paras are brutal. Yeah, that might be another squad wipe, honestly. Okay, no. So the Ost players' infantry control has been pretty bad. Their tank control has been okay, but the infantry control has been pretty bad, and they just haven't been able to deal with this blob. I don't know. USF is really behind at this point.
I'm starting to doubt.
I'm really curious though, because honestly, this could go either way. This might be just a blob wins kind of game, where just the sheer squad wiping potential of the blob wins. This is level 13, by the way, for Badger.
Makes me feel like at least I know I'm going to get to level 13.
You will.
So this is the scenario. He's got 3 infantry units, right? If USF plays his cards right, he could basically just screw him by holding all the VPs active.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. USF can win here. Got another
At the
Jackson.
same time, he shouldn't.
Okay, so this is one of the reasons building a bunch of bazooka squads is not good. Because now he has 2 AT guns. Well, he had 2 AT guns. One of them got killed, looks like. One of them, got decrewed. 2 Jacksons and like 3 bazooka squads. That's just like more AT than you need. Yeah, we're going to go up to 4x speed. That's more AT than you need. And it compromises your infantry ability. But then again, if you're going to play just for the single blob, maybe that doesn't matter that much. I don't know. It's hard to say. This game's been kind of, it's been something unique. It's been special. Jackson should get the kill here on the P4. Yeah, I think the USF player is actually going to win this.
Yeah,
honestly.
USF loses this. There's no way at this point.
You think they lose?
USF loses, I think.
I don't know, man. I think the lack of infantry, the lack of AT, means that these Jacksons can probably just run them over. But we'll see. I think he needs to split up his infantry. Okay, good. He's splitting them up a little bit. Because, yeah, if you don't split up your infantry, you need to be able to contest multiple points at once here. Okay. I unfortunately have to stop streaming because I'm being kicked out of the library. You should send that to me, Roxizo, and we can maybe do it next time. Thank you all for watching. I am going to host probably Von Ivan here. In fact, I will host Von Ivan. I just got to find or raid Von Ivan.
I'll let you know how the game goes.
Yeah, let me know. I'm really curious now. Twitch.tv/Von Ivan. I'm betting on the USF player, honestly, but we'll have to see. It's going to be close. It is going to be very close either way. Thank you, Anton, for the follow. Really appreciate it. And again, thank you, Pancake Hero, for being my first ever subscriber. I got affiliate status after last stream. So if you all want to give me money to do this silly thing that I'm doing, specifically, if you want me to buy a better mic, you should give me money and I'll buy a better mic. Anyway, thank you all for joining the stream today. I hope you had a good time. Sorry I wasn't playing very well today. I hope the casting was at least entertaining.
Oh, how did the games go? Were they not great?
They were okay. I lost to rank 12 OS player and
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It happens though.
All right, I gotta go.
See ya.